Okay, where to start? So here we have the 3-pole Bedini monopole, and you can see it's in an interesting configuration where two of these coils are on the primary circuit. So we have two transistors, and this third coil, well, in place of a charge battery we have a capacitor, and that is going to fire when a Hall effect sensor on this slider here sets off a octo isolator, which then triggers a transistor, which is floating. It's a relay, so this is entirely isolated. This is within the circuit of the transistor. So the same current that's turning on the base is also feeding the emitter to this third coil. Okay, so let's turn it on. I'm monitoring the voltage here because I don't want the capacitor to explode. So that would not be very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to spin this up. Now apply power. There it goes. Adjusting resistance. Oh, let's look at the scope, shall we? I've got this thing monitoring the buzzing. Okay. So it looks like we've got the early stages of 2 pulses per pass of the magnet. Now, let me adjust reducing the resistance to the trigger for the primary circuits, letting it speed up. But you see that little bump here? If I get it just right, sitting right on top of that bump, then you get the maximum acceleration, smoothness, and all that. Anywhere outside that bump, see, it starts to slow down. So if I get carefully adjusted the resistance on the base, and match. And here we go. So we have the spikes from the primary coils being collected into this capacitor and firing into this third coil on a 1-to-1 ratio of every time a magnet passes, it will actually it's offset by 30 degrees, I think. Anyway, well, this is a rather interesting configuration. The transistor's getting a little bit warm, and I notice as the RPMs increase, the voltage on the capacitor per pass increases as well. So it's firing the same number of times, but we're getting additional voltage at the higher RPMs, which I thought was kind of interesting. So this is kind of, I don't know, getting there. I just wish I had more coils to fill this thing out. See, I'd like to have all 3 of these filled out. I need to move that. And then having a second circuit powered by a capacitor, and possibly have a stride of some sort. So not every pass of the magnet should trigger this. Maybe once every 5 passes or something. For that I could probably use a decade counter or something. Maybe a microcontroller. I don't know, there's a lot of interesting possibilities with this kit. And I suggest anyone who has it to experiment away. It's a lot of fun.